Right Reverend Bishop John Owa, the Bishop of Gong Diocese, as Secretary General, our superiors, our parents, our friends, and all the graduates. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
At this time, I want to invite our Secretary General to come and constitute this congregation, graduation congregation.
By the powers invested to me by the AOSK governing Chemichemi, concerning Chemichemi Uzima College, I constitute this congregation of St. Anselm Sabbatical, formation of formators, integrative spiritual counseling, Institute of Catechetics and Pastoral Ministry, geriatric care management, and short courses as a graduation congregation.
Being given to the permission and the powers to conduct the business of the day. And at this moment, allow me to take us to the next step. And we will start by speeches, starting with the student representative. Kindly come forward and make your short speech, the student representative. Tupigie makofi.
Our guest of honor, Right Reverend John Obala Owa, Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Ngong, the AOSK Chairperson, Reverend Sister Dr. Josephine Kangogo, the AOSK Executive Secretary, Reverend Sister Dr. Basilisa Namikoe, congregational leaders here present, the Director, Chemichemi Uzima College, Sister Luciana Wanyahoro, distinguished guests, all the HODs of different departments, beloved students, and the entire Chemichemi Uzima community, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Formation and renewal, a journey of transforming the whole person. With great joy and heartfelt gratitude, we gather today at Chemichemi Uzima College to celebrate the 47th graduation ceremony of the sabbatical program and the formation of formators programs 2025-2026. This occasion marks not merely the completion of our respective programs, but the celebration of a shared journey, one of formation, renewal, and transformation. Our theme, formation and renewal, a journey of transforming the whole person, beautifully captures the experience we have lived here. It reminds us that true growth is not one-dimensional. It involves the mind and the heart, learning and healing, reflection and renewal, all working together to shape who we are and who we are called to become. Those who undertook the formation program have been immersed in a process of intellectual engagement and personal development. Through study, dialogue, and critical reflection, we have deepened our understanding of the human person and the responsibility of guiding others in their journeys of growth. Yet, beyond knowledge, we have been invited into deeper self-awareness, integrity, and authenticity, hallmarks of true formation. At the same time, the sabbatical program was offered a sacred space for renewal and rediscovery. Guided by the invitation, "Come as you are," participants entered a journey of rest, healing, and inner reflection. This experience has shown us that renewal is not simply a pause for mission, but an essential part of it, a process that restores knowledge, restores energy, clarifies purpose, and reawakens the heart. Together, these two parts reveal a profound truth: that formation and renewal are not separate realities, but complementary dimensions of the same journey. Formation gives direction and understanding. Renewal gives strength and vitality. Formation shapes the mission. Renewal sustains it. Together, they lead to the transformation of the whole person. Each of us arrived here carrying unique stories, stories of service, challenges, hope, and expectations. Despite our diversity of cultures, ministries, and backgrounds, we discovered a shared longing to grow, to be renewed, and to be better prepared for the mission entrusted to us. One of the most enriching aspects of our time here has been the gift of community life. Coming from different countries, cultures, dioceses, and congregations, we encountered the beauty of unity in diversity. Through shared prayer, learning, and daily interactions, we grew in mutual respect, patience, and understanding. Even in moments of challenge, we found opportunities for growth. We learned to listen more deeply, to forgive more easily, and to support one another more genuinely. These lessons will remain with us as lasting fruits of this journey. Like trees planted by living water, we have been nourished at this fountain of life, Chemichemi ya Uzima College. Our roots have grown deeper, our faith sustained, and our vision renewed. We came carrying many stories. Today, we leave carrying new ones, marked by healing, wisdom, and renewed purpose. On this joyful occasion, we express our profound gratitude to God, the source of all life, formation, and renewal, whose presence has accompanied us every step of the way. We extend our sincere appreciation to the administration of Chemichemi Uzima College for their visionary leadership and dedication to fostering both formation and renewal. Your commitment has created an environment where the whole person can truly grow. We are deeply grateful to our lecturers and facilitators, whose wisdom and dedication have guided both our intellectual and personal journeys. You have helped us not only to learn, but also to grow. Our heartfelt thanks also go to the non-teaching staff whose quiet and faithful service ensured a welcoming and supportive environment for all. We also extend our sincere gratitude to our congregations, dioceses, and communities for granting us this invaluable opportunity. Your support has been a meaningful investment in our lives and in the mission we continue to serve. As we stand at this important threshold, we recognize that this graduation is not the end, but the continuation of a lifelong journey. Formation must continue, and renewal must be sustained. The world we return to calls for individuals who are not only knowledgeable, but also renewed in spirit and transformed in heart. We are therefore sent forth as men and women of both formation and renewal, called to bring hope where there is discouragement, healing where there is pain, and light where there is darkness. May what we have received here become living water for others. To my fellow graduates, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. We have journeyed together, grown together, and today we celebrate together. As we go forth, may we carry with us the spirit of Chemichemi ya Uzima, the fountain of life, allowing it to inspire and guide us in all that we do. With gratitude in our hearts and hope for the future, we move forward with courage, confidence, and faith. We came as we were. Today, we live transformed, renewed, and ready for the mission ahead. Thank you, and God bless.
We sincerely want to thank our President for that very powerful speech. Can we give him another round of applause? And I think you allow me to write on the existing protocol, and we continue. Today, we gather in gratitude and joy, not only to celebrate our achievements or your achievements, but to honor the rich and living history that continues to shape us at AOSK. Our journey began in 1962 with the birth of the Association of Sisterhoods of Kenya and the founding of the Tumaini Center. In 1972, the formator of formators courses that was introduced at Tumaini, and
today it is about 54 years since the formation of formators program began. So you see, you have a long history. Give yourself a good hand. In 1986, I just shared with the bishop, came the catechetical and pastoral ministry program, marking today 40 years of service. 40 years of service for the catechetical and pastoral ministry that began as a certificate and today is a degree, and we are looking forward to it becoming even a master's program. So we are moving. Yes. The sabbatical program followed in the year 2002. It's 24 years since
the sabbatical began. And because we have the sabbatical twice a year, so you are celebrating how many years? How many programs now?
47.
Yes, because it's times 2, and I think there was a year that we didn't have one. So there have been a systematic following of these programs, and that is what I want us to look at today. And I can see some of the senior sisters here. If I make a mistake, they can correct me, but I think I've done a good research. Then, that's the sabbatical. After the sabbatical program, we began the integrative spiritual counseling in 2016. That is how many years now? 10 years ago, we began the integrative spiritual counseling as a certificate, and now it's a diploma. And today, in 2019, we began the module courses and all the short courses that we are doing, widening our reach to grow as Chemichemi ya Uzima College. Most recently, last year, 2024, the TVET program came in and opened doors, not only now of priests, sisters, brothers, but of the youth. Now we have the Gen Zs in the house. Can we give ourselves also a big applause? They are on holiday, but some of them, I can see them around. This year, 2026, we celebrate another yet milestone. We launched the Sabbatical Formation and Renewal Center in Matasia, Gong Diocese, graciously blessed by His Lordship, who is sitting here with us. Let's give him a hand. I don't know whether it's a coincidence or it's God's providence.
God's providence.
Because when the catechetical began in 1986, it was hosted at Watakatifu Water Center in Gong by the then Bishop Davis, the first bishop of Gong. So I've told him, AOSK is going back home where it came from. Let's give him another clap for our So from Tumaini Center, 1962, to Chemichemi ya Uzima, 2001, because we are celebrating 25 years in September of Chemichemi ya Uzima, and now Matasia, 2026, AOSK continues to grow and to show a true dynamic association of empowered prophetic women religious living the gospel values today. And that is our vision. So the vision is still on and is still growing. Chemichemi College has expanded its programs and its reach, welcoming sisters, priests, brothers, and also the youth through the TVET. Every student who comes here finds a home. True or false?
True.
And because of this growth, we now extend to Matasia because we cannot host anymore. As you can see, the hall is overflowing from outside, and that is where it has become a necessity that we develop, or that we move from here and have another institution, and we thank God for that. We offer sincere thanks to the Board of Management of AOSK, and I see our chair, who is not current with us because of other engagements, but our Secretary General, Sister Dr. Basilisa, here with us, and all the superiors for their unwavering support. Our superiors, thank you so much for your sacrifices that has made this growth possible. Without you, we couldn't be talking what we are saying, what I'm talking about today. We are grateful to all our partners, and I can see a good number of them presented here. ASEC, Sister Joyce, can you just stand to wave the people? This is ASEC that sponsors our students. He's the director of ASEC. Thank you so much. We have CCCK that has sponsored also counseling students here at Chemichemi. Sister Hedwig, you are here with us. Let's give her a hand. Yes. We have also SLY that has also sponsored and given us even instruments for work. I don't know whether they are here. If Brighton, you are here, you can also stand on their behalf. Maybe they are outside. We have the CASAC that have students here graduating today. The CASAC students, I don't know whether they are here, maybe they are online. They also had another serious engagement, that is why they are not here. And we have the next generation, I don't know whether anybody is presented here, and so many others that sponsor students here and support us in different ways. Thank you for sponsoring and supporting our students. We also appreciate the government through TVET and all the banks, especially NCBA Bank, because every year they sponsor us with a big cake, which you are going to see when at almost the end. And to all who have contributed in any way to the growth of Chemichemi and our students, we remain very grateful. And now, my dear graduates, yours has been a truly special group, one that we find difficult to let go. If we had a space, we could have allowed you to continue, but unfortunately, we don't have. Yes, you have demonstrated discipline, maturity, and remarkable leadership. We have had very good leaders that made our work very easy. They organize themselves. We only come and see the marvels that they are doing. We are very grateful. You managed your student affairs with ease and integrity. We witnessed your vibrant energy in classrooms. Sometimes when they are laughing in classrooms enjoying their class, and you have stress in the office, you feel like you are going and joining that class. Because you can see people who are happy and who are following what they are learning. Your vibrant energies in classrooms, in liturgies, in social afternoons, in community services, and our cultural celebrations have been very unique. I'm sure you are carrying also very, very fond memories, aren't you? Yes. Your initiatives towards the new sabbatical speak volumes. On your own accord, you organized Fridays fundraisers for each department. It was a competition. Each department wanted to overdo the other. We have raised over 300,000 through the students' activities. Let's give them a good hand. Even though I know it is you superiors who gave them the money for pocket money, but they managed to save from pocket money and contributed to the building that is going on. But as we all know, it is not about the money. It is the spirit of generosity, unity, and commitment behind it. We didn't just look at it in a small way because you owned the program, and I want to believe you will still become the beneficiaries of this program in the future. And as if that is not enough, the sabbatical group, you extended your gratitude to our support staff by gifting them with shoppings for their homes. That was very extraordinary. Thank you so much. And not only that, we have always enjoyed your kindness and generosity. When you celebrate, we always get something. So we were looking forward to your celebrations. Because we knew they also counted us. Thank you so much. A beautiful gesture indeed. We appreciate and we pray that that spirit goes with you wherever you are. What can I say? You are indeed renewed, you are empowered, you are really instruments of transmission or transformation in God's mission. Your symbol speaks of you indeed. We will miss you deeply, yet we will be filled with joy. We are filled with joy and confidence as we send you forth. The chemistry you have built here will continue to radiate wherever you go. Remember, you are always our ambassadors here of Chemichemi. As you step out into the world and to your communities and your dioceses, carry with you the values you have learned or you have lived here at Chemichemi. The faith that has sustained you and the community that has shaped you. And never forget, our gates remain open wherever you want to come. You are coming back home. Now, allow me to recognize the staff of Chemichemi and also the USK in general for their tireless work that has made this college the way it is and has contributed so much to what you have become. Kindly, all the USK staff, and USK, it is Chemichemi and Tumaini. Can you kindly stand up wherever you are so that we recognize you? There are quite many, we have big number, we've grown almost to over 80 now. So let's give them a very good hand. Thank you so much. We also have part-time lecturers that come. If there is any in our midst, you can also stand up, and there are quite many because, as you see, the numbers as big. We need also visiting lecturers. Let's also give them a good hand if they are not here. We also want to commend the student leadership. As I said earlier on, it made our work easier. And at this junction, I want to call the president and the vice president, the outgoing president and the outgoing president to come forward, please. As they are coming, I want to say that our elections are done very fairly online, and everybody sees that the votes are done without any corruption. And so this time we had Father Paul as the president and Sister Veronica as the vice president. And I want to believe that they were so dedicated and did their work so well that the students were guided correctly. So we have a little token to appreciate what you did, and we are grateful and we are confident that you will be good leaders even in your communities. The Dean of Students kindly come and award Sister Basilisa maybe to come and award the award, a small token. We'll begin with the president, of course, because he's the president, you see, he doesn't guide where the vice president will not work well, yeah? So let's give her a good hand as she Thank you so much, Father Paul, and you could hear even from his speech, eh? And then Sister Veronica, the vice president, also. Thank you so much. Now, we also want to give somebody to recognize one person who has taken over the compound and has made the compound look so beautiful. Do you know that person? Yes. You don't know? Very good. So, I'll call on our guest of honor to come forward, please, and present a gift to no other than Sister Florence Nyamai. She's also the HOD formation, but she knows every flower in this compound. She told me that there was a small flower here and it was taken. I said, how do I know the different flowers in the compound? Thank you so much. Please, can you skip on your Lordship? Can you still stand here, please? Kindly. I can imagine that she knows every little flower, you know where it is. Eh? Thank you so much. And she took over from Sister Eutropia, and she learned it so well, and you can see that she's doing well. Eh? With her is a young man called Peter Chalo that has been working, and for Peter we have requested our Secretary General, and we are giving him a scholarship to go and study plumbing at Don Bosco. That is why when you work hard, the camera recognizes that, yeah? Now, the other person, because I told you I don't have much list there, is somebody who we cannot really talk, we don't have words to express ourselves because we are doing so well. But behind that force, there is a bigger force. that pushes us to the wall. It is either you stand or you fall. And through her time, we have seen AOSK grow. And her leadership skills is so great that sometimes even wonder, when we are landing within the year, in the year, when we are landing, another thing comes up. So since she came in, we have never stopped. And even now, I thought we are, with the groundbreaking, we are finished. And I was told we are beginning the strategic plan of Chemichemi as a college. That person is no other than Sister Basilisa. Sister Basilisa comes from Sister Basilisa, we want to recognize the force behind. Sometimes it's a lot, it's like a water flowing, but it is a flowing, a good river flowing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give her another clap. You know, sometimes people don't recognize the forces behind it, but without good guidance, you may not be able to reach where we are. Thank you so much. And now, Your Lordship, you can sit a little bit. And I want Sister Basilisa to come forward. And before you give your speech, I also want you to give a small token to His Lordship for coming all the way from God to preside over this occasion. Can you come forward, Your Lordship, and accept a small token as we move on, because when I sit down, I will not come back here again. Let's give him a Thank you so much. It's not easy to get a bishop for any occasion, but within short time we invited him and he was able to make it. It means that he has us at heart, and we promise that we are going to work very closely. Now that we are in God, we want to train all the catechists, and we can give some scholarships, isn't it? Yes. So let's give him another clap. And once more, congratulations, the class of 2026. We wish you all the best. Go forth and transform the world. And the world is our communities, our parishes, wherever we are. May God bless you. Thank you. Now, this afternoon, of course, is our Basilisa, our Secretary General, to come and address us.
I'm a person of few words. I'm a person of few words because most of the time I do in action. So meaning the words are very few. While there are many challenges in Chemichemi, the director will always come to me and say, the sabbatical group are not comfortable. And so my duty is to look into how those challenges can be addressed. And that's why we went to Ngong on Monday to do what? To do groundbreaking. When we finished that, I came back to the secretariat and I was told, not that one. We don't want that. We want AOSK Plaza. You understand? Yes. At Tumaini Center, we are supposed to be having AOSK Plaza. And all the eyes are on me to ensure that I actualize the mandate of the Association of Sisters of Kenya. That's why I'm a person of few words. Because a lot has to happen. I want to build on the protocols already established. My Lord Bishop, our main celebrant and our guest of honor, and the director of Chemichemi, our major superiors here present, and all of us on this 47th graduation ceremony. It is with deep joy and gratitude that we gather today to celebrate this sacred milestone in the journey of the Association of Sisters of Kenya. In AOSK programs, a journey of renewal, empowerment, and transformation. I'm doing this on behalf of our governing council, specifically Sister Josephine Kangogo, who has other engagements. Today, Chemichemi is recording yet another milestone where 207 sisters, brothers, and priests are going to graduate. We celebrate your accomplishments. We rejoice and celebrate with you, sisters and brothers, as you pass out from this great institute. This is a great institute that has prepared you for various apostolates in your respective institutions and the church in general. I congratulate each one of you for this great step in your perseverance to follow the program to the end. There's no time that the director said one or two have dropped out of the program. Sometimes we witness this. And when ASEC has given a scholarship, you realize that one sister maybe has dropped out of the program because of one or two reasons. But in this case, we've not heard about anything. Today's theme, renewed and empowered as instruments of transformation for God's mission, captures not only what you have experienced, dear graduates, but also what you are now called to become. This moment is more than a graduation. It is a commissioning. It is a testimony that God continues to renew His people and send them forth for His mission. In Prophet Isaiah 43 says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" Chemichemi, the spring, is a visible sign of this new thing. Within each one of you, God has awakened fresh grace, renewed strength, and a deeper clarity of purpose. Your journey has been, at its core, a return to the source, the living water of Christ. In the wisdom of St. Augustine of Hippo, he teaches us that you have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. Your renewal is rooted in this return to God as your center, your anger, and your mission. Yet renewal alone is not enough. Today we also celebrate your empowerment. The Spirit who has renewed you now strengthens you for mission. Transformation is not passive, it is active. It calls for courage, commitment, and willingness to be used by God as instruments of His love and grace. This is where your calling becomes deeply prophetic. In a world wounded by division, injustice, and uncertainty, you are sent as instruments of healing and hope. St. Teresa of Avila expresses this mission powerfully. Christ has no body now but yours, no hands, no feet on earth but yours. Dear graduates, you are now those hands, those feet, that presence of Christ in the world. Your Chemichemi experience has prepared you not just to return but to transform. To transform your communities, your ministries, and the lives of those you serve. This is the essence of your empowerment. To live your vocation fully, authentically, and courageously. As you go forth, I invite you to embrace 3 guiding commitments. 1, remain deeply rooted in Christ. In St. John, in the Gospel of John 15, abide in me as I abide in you. Your effectiveness in mission will always flow from your union with God. 2, become true instruments of transformation. Transformation begins in small, faithful acts in how you listen, serve, lead, and love. As St. John of the Cross teaches us, where there is no love, put love, and you will draw out love. Be agents of change by embodying the gospel in everyday life. Third, embrace God's mission with courage and trust. My grace is sufficient for you, for power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians chapter 12. Do not wait to feel fully ready. God works through your openness and availability. Allow me to extend my sincere appreciation to the heads of programs, the coordinators, and the director of these great institutions who have journeyed with you in this journey. Your dedication has been instrumental in shaping this experience of renewal and empowerment. To the LSK Chemichemi leadership, your commitment to ongoing formation reflects a deep understanding that the vitality of consecrated life depends on continuous renewal and readiness for mission. Dear graduates, as you step forward from this place, hold firmly to this promise. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. You are renewed, you are empowered, you are sent. Go forth as instruments of transformation, bringing hope where there is despair, light where there is darkness, and love where there is need. May your lives become living springs Chemichemi for others. Congratulations on this milestone, and may God bless you abundantly in your mission. Thank you. On a different note, there is a group that stays, the second formation group that stays in Tumaini Center. While they were coming in, they felt that they wanted to be here in Chemichemi. Is that true? Yes. Are you there? Yes. But the director called me and said, you have to be in Tumaini Center. But yesterday we did a farewell for them to come back home here. Not forgetting that Tumaini Center is still your home. I want to still firmly emphasize that the Association of Sisters of Kenya, in the spirit of synodality, walks hand in hand with our brothers, religious brothers, and our priests, and the doors are open. When you look at our staff, you not just find sisters, you find brothers, you find priests there. You find the lay part of that. And my Lord Bishop, we have worked very closely with the Conference of Catholic Bishops. As an association, we are grateful that we receive the support that we need to ensure that we remain firm in our mission, because we work for and in the church, and that is our mission. Clap for ourselves. Pass our greetings to the bishops for the support they continue offering us in our different units, Ngong Diocese, Nairobi Diocese, and all the dioceses in Kenya where we serve. And we congratulate our major superiors who have firmly ensured that the sisters are happy, they are empowered, and they are equipped with the skills that they need to ensure that they are ready for the mission. As the director said, we cannot achieve all this without our development partners. And as we extend our mission to Ngong Diocese through the center that we are going to establish, we have the ASEC funded by Hilton Foundation. We have the Catholic Care of Children funded by the DHR Foundation. We have the Sisters-led Youth Empowerment still funded by Hilton Foundation. And also SCOPE ECD program of strengthening the capacity of the religious in early childhood development still supported by Hilton Foundation as our main funder. And we are grateful to our development partners and many others. In Ngong Diocese, my own bishop, we have the Bakita project. The Bakita project returns young girls who are affected from their families to take them back to school. And we have quite a number of schools. We don't just concentrate on the sisters' schools, but also the diocesan schools and even the government schools. We are supporting the girls so that they are also empowered, because we believe that they are the future religious, they are the future priests in the church, and that is our mission. And that is the reason why we didn't want just to remain as the Association of Sisters of Kenya here and the formation program and the sabbatical that we have through our various programs that we have at the association. And we'll continue building the association. And as I always say, that we are flying at 42 meters above sea level. Is there a flight that cruises at 42? Is it there? It is there. And so that's the speed at which we are moving on. Without us moving out of our mission, we want to remain within our mission as an association. And we are grateful that other association or conferences of the sisters have trusted the Association of Sisters of Kenya by coming to Chemichemi. Thank you for choosing Chemichemi. Clap for yourselves. And lastly, I urge you as students, as formators, as directors, those who have come to rest, be our ambassadors outside there, that this institution is great, that as we move to Ngong, our Lord Bishop has welcomed us there. We are going to have an international institution, not just an institution, an international institution. The sabbatical groups that have passed here, they have always said they want to sleep a little bit. They want to sleep a little bit. But you are forced to wake up because you have to follow the program of the fomenters, you have to follow the programs of Ikapani and the rest. So as we position ourselves for the new sabbatical program, I want to assure you that as you become our ambassadors, tell them you are not going to wake up at 5. Thank you. It's now my humble duty. I told you I'm a personal steward. It's now my humble duty to welcome you, my Lord Bishop, to make your remarks. Karibu.
You remind me of the Cardinal, the Archbishop Emeritus of Nairobi, who always said, I'm a man of few words. As to whether he was, ask me after this. The Governing Council of OSK representative today, the General Secretary, the Director of Chemichemi Uzima College, the staff, superiors of various congregations, partners, family and friends, and of course the most important people in this building, the graduates, those who have gathered us today. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It is just that I do not wear my heart on my sleeves. But today I come to Chemichemi, Uzima College, an excited man, an excited father of a diocese and a bishop in Kenya. Just 4 days ago, we did groundbreaking for sabbatical and other formation programs in our diocese under the auspices of AOSK. Much as there exists a small center there for renewal and healing, which runs rehabilitation programs, vocational challenges, retreats and workshops, it is worth noting that that center has a limited capacity of 10 rooms. So you can see the yawning shortfall that is there, not only for the Diocese of Ngong, where there are 103 congregations, religious institutes, and societies of apostolic life, but also for the country of Kenya, Africa, and beyond. We are truly excited about this development. And although most of our cattle have died, some during drought, and even when rain came, some were swept away and drowned, we look for the fattest bull and ask for the market price and make our contribution towards the laying of the foundations. Yes, we shall do that. On behalf of all Catholic bishops in Kenya, we appreciate and congratulate the AOSK leadership for strategic thinking, which has enabled this expansion and creating more room for the sabbatical program, principally, and other formation programs. In human society, whoever stays still crystallizes like the wife of Lot. But Uzima and Chemichemi College seems to be moving, and not just moving to the right direction. Congratulations. Thanks to the professional directorship of the college and all collaborators and partners who make Chemichemi College worth its salt. The existence of a sabbatical facility excites me personally because I've met, among others, two concrete people that I will never forget as long as I live. One, a religious sister, and another diocesan priest who was sent to another diocese as fide donum. That sister had to be flown back to England due to burnout and excessive dehydration. It took us 7 good months to be back on her feet. The fide donum priest, who was sent to serve in one of our arid dioceses here in Kenya, narrated to me how he was found under his bed, probably after a week, in a situation where even he himself did not like his own smell. Therefore, any program that enables any human person to embrace once again their own existence truly moves me. I felt like removing my shoes when I was coming here, because this is a holy ground. It is our hope that those on sabbatical have found healing, refreshment, and a new lease of life, having followed a program sustained by prayer. Sustained by prayer. Both the servant of God, his seminaries, Maurice Cardinal Otunga and Bishop Emeritus of Koricho, said in my hearing upon retirement that now I shall have more time to pray. You see, the ministry and our various apostolates can keep us so much on our toes that we hardly have time to truly pray and to rest. And yet, without prayer, St. Teresa of Calcutta reminded us we become social workers. As for work, remember the saying, work, work, and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Or for that matter, Jane a dull girl. A few weeks ago, as in English they would say, just the other day, I met a religious woman who, by being honest with herself, had asked for exclaustration in order to create time for prayer, away from purely administrative duties, one after another, that drained her. She was granted that period, but she asked for more time. And she insisted for rest and prayer. We strongly recommended sabbatical, and we hope that she will gently knock on your doors sooner rather than later. I appeal to you, Director, Sister Luciana, that's an Italian name, please to open the doors. Pope Benedict XVI made an observation that can help us, priests and religious, live with less anxiety, trusting that we are not in this work alone. In his book there called Communion, he writes, "He who acts on Christ's behalf knows that it is always the case that one sows and another one reaps. He does not need to bother incessantly about himself. He leaves the outcome to the Lord and does his own part without anxiety, free and cheerful, because it's hidden within in the whole." And he makes this, he continues to make this observation. He says, if priests today so often feel overworked, and if priests and religious would feel overworked, tired and frustrated, the blame lies with the strained pursuit of results. Faith becomes a burdensome piece of baggage that the priest just barely manages to keep dragging along, whereas it should be a wing that bears us unmoved. when I read that, I said, oh, how true. It speaks so powerfully to any of us who has a mission entrusted to him or her, including myself. We who can schedule 6 or 7 meetings in a day, and we have the best of excuses. We say their demands, their needs, hoping that the more the better for greater results and growth. And sometimes some do not even want to take days of rest, indeed holidays, as if someone would come and carry away the work. And for this reason, in our diocese, we oblige every priest to take a month's holiday annually, taken 2 weeks at a time. It's an obligation. And yes, no doubt, sometimes you have to make a few compromises. It is necessary to find time for rest and prayer. Because there's the danger of abandoning prayer for action. Pope St. John Paul II exhorted the religious to always foster the contemplative dimension as the true secret of renewal of all religious life. He even went ahead and suggested concrete ways of going about it. He said, make your houses centers of prayer, of recollection, of personal and community conversation with the one who is and must always be the one to whom you talk most throughout your busy day. And not to be led astray by the temptations to activism and distraction of modern society with its materialistic overtones. So religious life also rises on abandonment or faithfulness to prayer. Interior life, as one of the speakers has rightly said, is the soul of the apostolate. Interior life. And we believe and trust that the few sabbatical colleges, Chemichemi College included, offer such spiritual lands, so that people may interiorize the essence of prayer. I want to dream also that one day, in the fullness of time, these sabbatical colleges, Chemichemi included, that will integrate their sabbatical programs with pilgrimages in partnerships with 12 legends. Those of us who have been to Rome, or Lourdes, or the Holy Land, or Fatima, or Uganda, Rwanda, and Somalia will add to the list. Know the advantage of getting away to a site of prayer and the spiritual experience that comes with it. I wish also to note that the beauty of such a college is that there is room for building fraternal life. Promoting in the heart of each one who participates in these formation programs and sabbatical, the desire to promote genuine and enriching community life where there's mutual charity, humility, and solicitude, as caring for our brothers and sisters. And you know this is the best antidote against temptations that rise up against your vocation, against your evangelical counsels, freely taken for the kingdom of God. I saw one of our formators in our major seminaries who will be, I think, completing his sabbatical this time. I want to believe that the diocesan priests whom we send here truly learn something about the beauty of living in community. Yes, priests are always exhorted to have some form of community life. But I believe when they come here, I will ask some of you quietly outside. Yes, it adds value to one's priestly life. I wish to make very, very short remarks on the recently introduced courses, namely chapter facilitation, whose need and urgency speak for themselves. But then the AI, artificial intelligence, and geriatrics, care of the old. Since we proclaim the gospel of Christ based on Christian anthropology, that man was created in the image and likeness of God. Which some thinkers are beginning to deviate from. A basic understanding of AI can be of great assistance in determining what is true and authentic and who is the master. There's no doubt that artificial intelligence has its advantages, many advantages, but also its downsides that people need to know. Fortunately, the Holy See has produced a document about this, and it's worth reading, and I believe it is also what is being used at least to shed light and create this awareness on artificial intelligence. Because there can be danger of behavior modification and what is called commodification of persons. Has anybody confessed to you that he goes into YouTube, for example, and wants to just watch something specific, maybe for his or her work, and then you are bombarded with all these, you just want to do that for some 5-7 minutes, you end up staying there for 2 hours. When you hit this, another one comes and you're thrown there and you're... The master cannot be CGPT, cannot be Google, cannot be AI, but God and the magisterium. Yes. So I'm very glad that you care to have this basic course on this. St. John Paul II, while speaking to consecrated persons in Madrid, underscored this fact. He said, but it is necessary in our time to offer the world the witness of fidelity to Christ and the church. That Christians have a right to expect a consecrated person to love the church, to defend her, to strengthen her, to enrich her with his support or her support and obedience. And this fidelity should not be merely external, but principally internal, deep, joyful, and self-sacrificing. As we said, everything must be done to avoid whatever may lead the faithful to believe that there exists in the church a double magisterium. The authentic one of the hierarchy and another one of theologians and thinkers. If you were speaking today, you would say online theologians and thinkers. And if one does not make a distinction, you think the person there is giving you the authentic doctrine, while it is AI generated. AI generated. In this, I repeat, the college does well to equip the religious. My last comment is on geriatric care management, another manifestation of the discerning spirit of Chemichemi College, and witnessing of Christ's life. Your thoughtfulness for the management care of the aged, who are often also infirm, speaks volumes about that discernment of what the society needs and how to address it without waiting too long. Mind you, how we take care of the old sisters and brothers, and how we train and equip our religious to take care of the old, the sick, some members of our laity. When the young people see this, it will attract them to embrace the vocation. But when they see how the elderly are treated, how they are cared for or not, it might have a negative impact. And so I note this with great attention as a sign of your love for God, as the greatest value in charity. Because the elderly deserve to be in a home and family atmosphere, they deeply desire for their physical and spiritual well-being. They need hospitality, having given the church their best in their years of service. Not limiting this only to religious and priests, even when we are engaged in serving our lay, elderly and sick, it says something about our love for God. The need is increasing day by day. I'm beginning to see in our diocese those who are ordained those many years ago, now they need care. Some fall sick, some can no longer work with the same energy they had. Some are beginning to be bedbound. And so preparing people to give this care speaks to the needs of the day, and it is another form of evangelization. It's another form of evangelization. So I will bring have served to the attention of other bishops. I will assure them of the good work that is going on and the collaboration that is there. We know how AOSK also teams up very closely in some of our commissions, and things can only get better. The graduates who are in a short while will be graduates, we sincerely congratulate you on your perseverance and successful completion of your formation and short courses. You have benefited from what some religious long before and never had the opportunity to receive. And therefore go and be God's instruments wherever it may be, remaining always faithful to your deepest roots, always contributing to the building up of your apostolate and enlivening the life of faith, hope and love in your communities. May Our Lady of Africa, whose feast we celebrate today, always accompany you and intercede for you to the Son to bring you joy in the Lord's service. Coraggio, God bless you.
There are many people who have been speaking to us here, and at least every one of us has picked something, not so? Yes. So, a seed has been planted. We are going to bring down rain so that the rain makes the seed to germinate, grow, and bear fruits from what we have had. And we are going to go like this. So, we are going to start, okay? Yes. We are going to recognize some students who study here but graduate from Kwea and Tangaza. So I take this chance to invite the HOD Ikapani to come and present those sisters and brothers for that recognition.
Recognition of students graduating from Kwea. Diploma of Theology in Catechetics and Pastoral Ministry.
I hereby award you this certificate as a sign that you are prepared and ready to spread the good news in your communities and your apostolates confidently.
I now have the honor and pleasure to present the grants for the award of certificates and the formation projects. Dear brothers and sisters, these grants have successfully completed a one-year formation course, and now they are ready to go and accompany all those the Lord will entrust to their care in the formation ministry.
I invite the guest of honor to address the graduates.
Dear graduates, AOSK Chemichemi Uzima College, your congregations and the whole church have supported you throughout your formation program. I exhort you to respond to the expectations of your brothers and sisters by living out what you have received and sharing your new life in your communities and in your apostolates.
invite the guest of honor to confer the award.
I hereby award you these certificates as a sign that you are prepared and ready to embrace formation work. May the formation program project be a useful tool in your ministry. Let the Spirit of God continue to teach you, remind you, and guide you as you patiently lead all those whom you will be entrusted with to discern the will of God.
Can we clap for them? I ask my Lord Bishop to sit down. Nyayo, Nyayo, Nyayo. Thank you. So we are moving on to the next department. I now invite the HOD representative to.
I now have the honor and pleasure to present the graduates for the award of certificates. Dear brothers and sisters, these graduates have completed a training in integrative spiritual counseling. Now they are empowered to go out and share their new life and assist others in their communities and apostolates.
I now invite the guest of honor to address the graduates.
Chemichemi Uzima College, your congregation, and the whole church have supported you throughout your course. I now invite you to respond to the expectations of your brothers and sisters by living out what you have received and sharing your new life in your community and in your apostolate.
I now invite the HOD to call each graduate by name to come forward and receive the certificate.
I hereby award you this certificate as a sign that you are prepared and ready to assist others in your community and your apostolate confidently.
Can we give them the clap?
May the Institute of Catechetics and the Pastoral Ministry graduates stand up. I now have the honor and pleasure to present the graduates for the award of certificates. Dear brothers and sisters, these graduates have completed the certificate course in catechetics and pastoral ministry, and they have been proven ready to exercise the ministry as catechists and pastoral ministers.
I invite the guest of honor to address the graduates.
Dear graduates, the whole Church of Kenya has supported you throughout your training as catechists and pastoral ministers. I invite you to respond to the expectations of your brothers and sisters in Christ by making a special commitment to your vocation as catechists and pastoral ministers within your religious commitment.
I invite the head OD to college graduate by name to come forward and receive their certificates.
I hereby award you this certificate as a sign that you are prepared and ready to spread the good news confidently.
Congratulations, University. Very later, short courses to present the graduates.
May the short courses graduates stand up. I now have the honor and pleasure to present the graduates for the award of certificates. Dear brothers and sisters, these graduates have completed the training in the religious vocation promotion training, basic spiritual guidance, basic leadership and management, chapter facilitation, basic accounting skills, basic ICT, and basic artificial intelligence. And now they are empowered to go out and share their new life and assist others in their communities and apostolates.
I invite the guest of honor to address the graduates.
Dear graduates, AOSK Chemichemi of Uzima College, your congregation, and the whole church have supported you throughout your course. I now invite you to respond to the expectations of your brothers and sisters by living out what you have received and sharing your new life in your community and in your apostolates.
I invite the coordinator to call each graduate by name to come forward and receive their certificates.
Religious Vocation Promotion Training Course. Chemichemi, South Africa in absentia. Onyango Atiendo Lucy, Kenya in absentia. Paulina Ufoke in absentia, South Africa. Leonida Nyechero, Kenya in absentia. Tusine Jovita, Uganda in absentia. Rose Magale, Uganda in absentia. Felicia Ann Matola, United States in absentia. Femi Kapoya, Zambia in absentia. Josephine Mutiembo, United States in absentia. Pelagia Mudadi, Zimbabwe in absentia. Memory Zulu, Zambia in absentia. Lenin Tamwa, Vietnam. Josephine Omurunga, Kenya in absentia. Teresi Matilda, Uganda in absentia. Nasio Caroline, Uganda in absentia. Anne Wandia Bibi, Kenya in absentia. Judith Jojo, Uganda in absentia. Josephine Naiga in absentia, Uganda. Teofista Gaprie, Uganda in absentia. Tiberia Nyarangi, Kenya in absentia. Emily Kalunda, Kenya in absentia. Basic Spiritual Guidance course. Iram George, Pakistan. Juliet Mashoko, Zimbabwe.
Congratulations.
Donata Akinyi, Kenya in absentia. Sienna Catherine, India in absentia. Mary Namondo, Cameroon. Kanita Mwamba Jakis, DRC Congo in absentia. Domina Wakio, Kenya in absentia. Paulina Mutia, Kenya in absentia. Basic Leadership and Management course. Philip Tilki, India. Obi Marcelinus Chigozio, Nigeria. Fabian Maanga Eric, Kenya in absentia. Suman Bebra, India. Veronica Kemundo Omonyi, Kenya. Chapter Facilitation Course. Jabril Taleng, South Africa in absentia. Paulina Mofoken, South Africa in absentia. Masefo Cecilia Lefoto, South Africa in absentia. Evelyn Adiambo Nalugala, Kenya in absentia. Joao Ladeira Antonio Suepia, Angola. Irene Wawira Purity, Kenya in absentia. Simpamagaye Gerard, Burundi. in absentia. Basic accounting course, Neoma Noble, Philippines, in absentia. Michael Mwansa Mwewa, Zambia, in absentia. Kismat Nayak, India, in absentia. Sunil Mudlinga, India, in absentia. Okongo Abros Ifena, Nigeria, in absentia. Marceline Bizibizi, DRC Congo, in absentia. Enemari Joseph Ocheka, Nigeria, in absentia. Azende Gereniu, Ethiopia. Toto Walter Kofi, Ghana, in absentia. Johanna Moses Dogi, Nigeria, in absentia. Anastasia Mwende Gay, Kenya. Soko Kasani, Benin, in absentia. Yehoba Karo, Togo. Josephat Mudunga, Kenya. Maureen Anyango Odhiambo, Kenya, in absentia. Justin Musau, Kenya, in absentia. Charles Sahia, Nigeria. Basic computer technology. Alwajwa Akasi, Benin. Philip Tilkin, India. Kanisia Kadizele, Zimbabwe. Suman Bengra, India. Akampurira Rosette, India. Uganda. Artificial Intelligence Course. Jean-Marie Mwamba, DRC Congo, in absentia. Francis Patrickson, India. Atik Margaret, Uganda. Catherine Sombe, Kenya. Obi Marcelinus Chigozie, Nigeria. Margaret Ekali, Kenya. Eurita Kapolo, Malawi. Collins Okochukwu, Obieziani, Nigeria. Miyaka Violata, Kenya, in absentia. Paula Wanyama, Kenya, in absentia.
I hereby award you this certificate as a sign that you are prepared and ready to assist others in your community and your apostolate confidently.
Congratulations. You may be seated now.
May the Geriatric Care Management graduates stand up in absentia.
They are online.
I now have the honor and pleasure to present the graduates for the award of certificates. Dear brothers and sisters, the graduates before you have successfully completed Geriatric Care Management Certificate course, and now they are ready to go and accompany all those that the Lord will entrust to their care in their communities
and the people of God.
I invite the guest of honor to address the graduates online.
Dear graduates online, EOSK Chemichemi Uzima College, your congregation and the whole church have supported you throughout your course. I now invite you to respond to the expectations of your brothers and sisters by living out what you have received and sharing your new life in your community and in your apostolate.
We have the CASA representative, college graduate by name, to come and receive their certificates.
Certificates in Geriatric Care Management course. Momani Investors, Kenya. Esther Kimani, Kenya. Kefa Ameta Mosota, Kenya. Steffi Noelo Moranga, Kenya. Eunice Dagi, Kenya. Garuya Lucy Wairimu, Kenya. Zubaida John, Pakistan. Ireli Wawira, Kenya. Anne Joroge, Kenya. Joroge Wagui Caroline, Kenya. Cecilia Katunge, Kenya. Mireya Mwangaza Kahindo, DRC Congo. D. Pisa, Pakistan. Edith Joki Mushiri, Kenya. Benedict Zube, Kenya. Cecilia Ndunge Kipuka, Kenya. Winfred Kapula Muriuki, Kenya. Prexidis Nyangai, Kenya.
We have the guest of honor confer the award.
I hereby award you this certificate online as a sign that you are prepared and ready to assist others in your community and in your apostolate confidently.
Before we join, we all together join in the Thanksgiving song. Allow me to briefly invite the mover of the vote of thanks to come and move the vote of thanks, and then we'll join in the Thanksgiving all together. Thank you. The person moving the vote of thanks.
St. Augustine once said that patience is the companion of wisdom. Looking at you all at this hour, I can confidently say you are either very wise or very ready for the next program after this, that is eating. Right Reverend Bishop, our guest of honor and main celebrant, esteemed Chair of EOSK in absentia, Sister Basilisa, General Secretary of EOSK, Reverend Fathers, esteemed superiors of our various congregations, brothers and sisters in consecrated life, Sister Luciana in the administration of Chemichemi Uzima College, faculty, facilitators, and all staff, dear graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. With deep gratitude, I would like us to bless the Lord for gracing us this morning up to this time, for enabling us to be able also to celebrate this occasion, and with mindful and both the richness that we have received. First and foremost, I would like us to thank Him in our various capacities for the source of all wisdom and grace that He has sustained us throughout this moment. Some of us said only in the morning, but we are still strong. This is the grace of God. Right, Reverend Bishop, we are sincerely grateful for your presence and your deeply enriching homily, your question, which you are still pondering on. What kind of wine will you bring to the world? Will remain with us as a lifelong examination, and we continue to ponder it we thank you in a very special way for affirming that you will send people to this program to experience what we have experienced, either for formation or for sabbatical. For your openness and commitment that we are longing to see, we thank you for that. For your episcopal presence, thanks very much for gracing this occasion, so that we may also know that the church is united with us. To the leadership of AOSK, especially to the chair, and to Sister Basilisa, the AOSK General Secretary, the Director of Chemichemi Uzima College, thank you very much for your visionary guidance, dedication to integral formation in the church. To Sister Luciana and the entire administration of Chemichemi Uzima College, thank you very much for nurturing this institution as through Chemichemi Uzima, a wellspring of renewal, growth and transformation. To our various lecturers of part-time or full-time, to our facilitators, and to all staff, academic, administrative, and support, your commitment and accompaniment have been invaluable. And to everyone who worked behind the scenes to make both our formation journey and today's celebration successful, we are deeply grateful and we lack words to express what we feel. Each of you has played a part in shaping this moment. Dear graduates, our journey here has been deeply human and deeply transformative. Now, I Bishop cannot see this picture. We came like this. Everyone can identify themselves there. As you invited us, we came as we are. Some very tired, some session, some carrying burdens and sin, yet one longing for renewal. And I was joking, at the beginning I was very keen. Some when they were laughing, you think they are crying. But if you see the faces are very, very, very young. So, as you said, you were expecting to see another room, do not leave as you came. And I will assure you that we are changed people. Today we live renewed. Not perfect, but transformed. Not finished, but awakened. We go forth empowered by God's mission, carrying the finest wine as you invited us, a renewed spirit, deeper in communion, and a courageous readiness to serve. To all present, I would like to finish by thanking you for your attention. I don't like mentioning names because you miss one name and you will have a problem. So each of you, in your presence, your prayers, your support, you have made this celebration complete. This moment belongs to all of us. And now before wisdom is overtaken by hunger, may the grace of this day continue to guide us. May the spirit of Chemichemi Uzima flow through us wherever we go. And may God, who has begun this good work in us, bring it to fulfillment. Thank you.
I have to clap for a number of both of that. Thank you so much. I know it has not been easy. You have taken time. The sabbaticals, we feel like we want to sleep a little bit. I'm glad that today we have not slept. We'll go through a very short conclusion program, whereby I want to invite the AOSK representative to dissolve the congregation. After dissolving, we will all arise and join together for the Thanksgiving song. After which,
I now declare this St. Anselm sabbatical, formation of formators, integrative spiritual counseling, catechetics and pastoral ministry, geriatric care management, short courses graduation, congregation dissolved.